Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 two-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 1 win, no loss, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Fusion MMA, St. George, Utah, Justin Horsley. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of School of Hard Knocks, Las Vegas, Nevada, Nick Perez. Referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Chris Tione.
Horsley is wearing the black trunks. Perez is wearing the red. Cage doors are closed. 3 two-minute rounds. We are set to go.
Right, sir, here we go. Fight.
Touch of the gloves, and we are off.
Nice left there by Horsley.
Now again, Perez is the taller fighter. He will have a reach advantage in this one. Horsley doing a nice job, though, of trying to duck underneath those long arms and potentially set himself up for a takedown.
Not a ton of feeling out going on right now.
Nope, just kind of going for it.
Perez spins out nicely.
Oh, that right connects just behind the ear of Perez.
Another big lands, big shot landed there on Perez. Perez showing a good chin so far.
Anytime you take a shot behind the ear or on the ear, it can really mess up your
Perez is doing a good job, though. He's landed some.
Oh, huge right hand from Horsley. It stuns Perez. Perez continuing to maintain his composure, but this could be it. Time.
Those
Chris
landed in
Tione
the back
calling
of the
time.
head.
Those are landing in the back of the head. Perez stands up, says he's okay. Horsley was in the heat of the moment right there. He's throwing a lot of punches. Many of them were landing to the back of the head, though.
About 5 times. Okay?
You can hear Chris Tione telling Horsley that he hit him in the back of the head about
gonna
5
take a
times
point.
with those
1 point back
hammer
of the head.
fists, and then
1 point back of the head. 1 point back
Yep.
of the head. Okay?
So
I think
Chris
that-
Tione taking the point there from Horsley for back of the head. And he said you hit him in the back of the head about 5 times. You can't do that.
And Horsley's lucky that Tione didn't stop this fight because
Okay.
Perez easily, had he been too injured to continue, he would have been disqualified.
That's not what rallied you got to hit before that. Okay? So I'm going to give you a second.
All right, let's take a look and watch this replay because I think that we're going to have enough time to catch it before we get back to the action. So here it is. No, I don't think we're going to have enough time to go. Oh, there it is. Yep, so 5 shots are back of the head and referee stepping in. We're coming back live now. And again, Perez in the red, Horsley is in the black. Horsley just had a point taken away from him in a very close round number 1.
Horsley throwing a lot of power in that right. There's a couple hematomas starting to form on Perez's face. One above his left eye and one on the right side of his face.
Oh. On the break, Horsley tries to land a big looping right hand, and it just misses. Final 10 seconds here of round number 1.
Both these fighters landing in those exchanges.
That is the end of round number 1. Really interesting one to score. I
Yep.
mean, it was close. Perez got dropped, so certainly Horsley, you would think, would have won that round, but Horsley had the point taken. Do you say 9-9?
I think we're looking at a 9-9
Yeah, I think you're right.
right there. That was a good round. That was a good round for Horsley. He just got a little excited. This is, he's still very, very new in his mixed martial arts career, so it's easy to get excited. And if you looked, it's hard to see on the replay because we didn't get to see it, but Perez did have a bit of his glove up there blocking. I don't know exactly how that is ruled if you're blocking shots to the back of your head. I think Tione looks at it and just overall, if you're going for it and you're connecting even with the part of it being blocked, it still counts as a shot.
Yeah, and in the amateur ranks, these guys are at the very beginning of their career. Safety is paramount. Referees are always going to use extreme caution, and rightfully so. So Chris Tione doing a nice job there, making sure that the fighters are both safe. That does cost Justin Horsley a point, but what will happen here in round number 2, it's time to find out. Cage doors are closed. 2 more minutes on the clock.
Good. Second round. Fight.
Perez again with that reach advantage, trying to establish that distance. Horsley has done a nice job of getting inside of that longer reach and landing some big shots.
Perez not throwing quite as much power as Horsley, but doing a good job of landing, though. He just landed a jab there.
Yeah, just nice precision. Horsley's coming in, his hands are a little bit lower, and Perez just dotting that chin a little bit.
Perez circling away from the power of Horsley.
Oh, big right hand. Perez now on top. He's landed the big shots. Horsley's stunned. He's going back to his wrestling roots. He's got Perez up against the cage. Boy, that was a big shot. Perez doing a great job landing a hand as Horsley was coming in. Dropped him down to the canvas, but excellent recovery there from Horsley.
Big shot there.
Keep working on the cage, guys. Stay busy.
50 seconds left here in the second round.
Stay busy.
Coyote telling the fighters to stay busy or he will break this up.
Horsley looking for that takedown, and he gets it. Nicely done.
Big deep breaths from Perez.
And Perez looking for the arm, almost gets it. Horsley detects it, backs off.
Nice defense
Just
there.
20 seconds left here in the second round.
Run him up. Run him up.
Perez has to be careful about when Horsley's on the ground because he cannot land those kicks to the head. Horsley doing a good job of tying Perez up right now as the round comes to an end.
Landing a couple of more shots there as the round comes to a close.
Coming up, guys.
That's a
Boy,
tough one to call.
That's a really tough one because Perez did a nice job. He dropped Horsley, but
Yep.
then Horsley got the big takedown. It really depends what the judges are looking for tonight, right? Almost always you would say if you catch someone with a punch or a kick and you drop them, that's going to count more than a takedown. But interestingly, the whole second half of that round is where Horsley was stunned. He gets caught right there, and
There
that's
it
where he
is.
gets dropped, right?
And that's the most significant damage so far that we saw in that round.
But then Horsley turns it around, and this is what I'm talking about. The whole second half of the round, he controlled the action. So the first half, they were kind of feeling each other out before Perez got that big shot, and then Horsley was the one laying the big punches here.
you know, it goes, it's so close. But I always give striking a little bit more of an edge when it comes to scoring and grappling than grappling. I would have to give that round to Perez.
I would give the round to Perez as well, and the reason why is because Horsley was in real danger of being finished in that moment.
Big smile on Perez's face as this third round's getting ready to start. But I wouldn't be shocked if a couple judges gave that round to Horsley because it was so close.
Third and final round. Cage doors closed. Here we go. Two
Last
more
round,
minutes on the
guys.
clock. Let's do it. Big hematoma on the left side of Perez's face. Perez going for that kick. Horsley timing it nicely, throwing a couple of punches, although they didn't connect. Spinning punch there from Horsley misses. Perez using that length there, doing a nice job.
Yep.
Was backing up and then hopped into a punch. It was just a jab. Again, not big damage, but enough to score points.
Well, we've seen that Perez can't hurt Horsley. We saw that in the last round.
Spinning kick to the body there. Did land from Horsley, but not much damage. Horsley looking for the takedown. Gets it. That's exactly what Horsley needs to do. He talked about his wrestling coming into this fight, how that's his base. You got to put it to work for you. And right now, just like at the end of round number 2, he's doing exactly that.
Did a good job of setting that takedown up. He threw a couple punches, put Perez off his game, and then just went in for that double, got him down, and now is in control. You don't have much time to waste in Tuff-N-Uff, though.
That's the thing with these 2-minute rounds. You got to be careful there in the amateur ranks throwing those up kicks.
Perez has done a pretty good job of getting off his back, either by going for a submission or throwing those up kicks.
Just 30 seconds left in this fight.
Could be
what
anybody.
happens in these 30 seconds could define it.
Absolutely, Dave. Neither fighter wanting to make a mistake. 10 seconds to go.
And that is the end of round number 3. We could very well have ourselves a draw in this one.
Without a doubt. Very close third round as well. I would give it the edge to Horsley right there.
Yeah, because Horsley got the takedown. Perez, while he did a nice job with a couple of punches, nothing significant.
Yep.
That takedown was the most significant moment of the third round. So taking a look here at the action from the third round. A lot of feeling out, and interestingly, you don't have a lot of time to do that, as you mentioned, in Tuff-N-Uff, but right there we saw that big takedown from Horsley. Again, Perez did a nice job of scrambling, getting back to his feet, but you've got to say, third round goes to Horsley. Second round
could be Perez.
Goes to Perez, probably. First round, very likely a draw.
I'm going to guess a split decision somehow. If I was a betting man, which I am.
And I'm also a betting man. I will guess a majority draw.
But great fight all the way around. You know, both fighters tasted each other's power.
Yep.
You know, saw some nice wrestling there from Horsley. We saw some good foot movement there from Perez. You know, just all around a good fight.
So what I love about Tuff-N-Uff, they do a fantastic job with their matchmaking. They're always putting together guys that put on competitive, compelling fights, and that's exactly what we saw tonight here in the 145-pound division.
And you know, when it takes a little extra minute for the results to come back, you know something's going on.
Yep, they're talking about it.
You got to add.
Yep. You're like, wait a minute. Is it going to be a draw?
Carry the 1, minus the 2.
So it looks like, are they still deliberating? I don't see Justin Bernard, who is our ring announcer and MC for tonight.
I don't see him yet. I'm looking for him. He's talking to one of the judges. He's over behind Larry Meir, one of the judges' cage side here tonight. Justin is coming into the cage now.
Yeah, it looks like he has the official results. He's going to call the fighters over. This one could be a close one. Here we go. Justin Bernard with the official decision here at Tuff-N-Uff.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a back-and-forth war for 3 rounds, this fight is a majority draw. Let's hear it for Justin Horsley and Nick Perez.
Well, that'll be the only bet that I win tonight, but I won it. What do we bet on that, $100,000?
Something along those lines.
Something like that. So, look, I mean, it's exactly what we thought,
Yep.
that point deduction in the first round, which was the right call by Chris
I think
Ione.
the judges got it right.
Yeah, the judges nailed it on that one. So, there you have it. Both walking out with a
Ladies
draw
and
tonight.
gentlemen,
We'll
we
take a
are
break.
gonna
We'll be
take
back.